Mexican superstar Saul Canelo Alvarez will choose either Gennady Triple G Golovkin or Jaime Munguia, who's the WBO 154-pound champion, instead of choosing Demetrius BOOBOO Andrade, who's the WBO middleweight champion, for his September 14th Mexican Independence Day weekend showdown. And here's why. Stay tuned, coming up next.
Hey, this is Cassie, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout outs to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, habla Cindy, está viendo Deportes TV.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So Saul Canelo Alvarez has been rumored and linked to multiple opponents, multiple options for his September 14th Mexican Independence Day weekend showdown this upcoming September. He's been linked to a possibility of facing WBO 154-pound champion Jaime Munguia. He's been linked to possibly having a trilogy showdown with Gennady Triple G Golovkin. He's also been linked to possibly starting negotiations and trying to gauge where a fight between himself and WBO middleweight champion Demetrius BOOBOO Andrade would land, how that would all play out. I'm sorry to inform you guys that this is all a ploy, you know, to get Gennady Golovkin to the negotiation table, and it's a negotiation tactic, point blank and period. If Canelo Alvarez was going to choose Demetrius BOOBOO Andrade, he would have never vacated the WBC title, because this would be for undisputed. He would have captured undisputed, went for undisputed, and then dropped the WBC title, because we know undisputed trumps mandatories, right? So Jermall Charlo is his mandatory for the WBC title, or was his mandatory for the WBC title, right? He vacated, he moved up to franchise champion in the WBC. Jermall Charlo was elevated to the regular WBC champion. With that said, if he was going to face Demetrius BOOBOO Andrade, he already previously held 3 titles, right? He held the WBA, the WBC, and the IBF titles. So if you're going to go into a match with Demetrius BOOBOO Andrade, who holds only one piece to the puzzle, which is the WBO middleweight title, and if you're going to fight him in September, right, why not do it for undisputed? When we know that the WBC would award Canelo Alvarez, you know, to be able to sidestep Jermall Charlo for undisputed, right? We know that the undisputed would trump mandatory, right? Unifications trump mandatory, okay? So with that said, we know that why would he vacate the WBC title, then face Demetrius BOOBOO Andrade? That makes no sense. He could have very easily just said, listen, I'm going to go ahead and face Demetrius BOOBOO Andrade for the WBO title in September, right? And go for undisputed, you know, get that title under your belt, get that on your legacy, get that on your resume. Then, if you don't want to go into a fight with Jermall Charlo for the WBC mandatory, then you can say, listen, I'm letting this belt go. I'm gonna be franchised. I'm going up to 168 pounds to trying to work on becoming undisputed there. You would not, you know, drop the belt and then go face Demetrius Andrade for the WBO title. So this is all a ploy. I'm sorry to inform you guys, right? But you just gotta, it's just common sense at this point in time, right? Why would he do such a thing, right? You understand what I'm saying? If he's gonna face Andrade, why not face Andrade for undisputed? At this point in time, he's not the WBC champion. So if he faces Demetrius Andrade, right, this would just be for unification at this point in time. That makes 0 sense. You understand? He could have easily sidestepped Jermall Charlo. He could have asked the WBC to exempt him for an exemption, you know, to go ahead and face Demetrius BOOBOO Andrade for undisputed. The WBC would have done that. They would have accommodated him. So that makes no sense for him to go into a fight now with Demetrius BOOBOO Andrade. That's not going to happen. You're either going to see Jaime Munguia, which is a stretch at this point. They just reached out to Jaime Munguia. They're using him as an option because he's Mexican, he's undefeated, he has a Mexican following, and it's Mexican Independence Day weekend. So with that said, you know, it only makes sense to have Jaime Munguia, you know, as an option, right? But the only true option in this whole scenario is Gennady Triple G Golovkin. In September, you're going to see Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Gennady Triple G Golovkin in a trilogy fight, point blank and period. He's not going to fight Demetrius BOOBOO Andrade. Don't get your hopes up. You know, that makes no sense. This is all a ploy for negotiation tactics, you know, to get leverage over Gennady Triple G Golovkin, point blank and period, right? That Demetrius Andrade fight is not going to happen. You know, they're just exploring all the options for September, but that's not a realistic option for them, right? Gennady Triple G Golovkin, the Zone wants that fight. Triple G and his team want that fight. Canelo Alvarez may not want that fight, not so much, you know, but the Zone wanted. They gave the Canelo Alvarez all this money, you know. They gave Gennady Triple G Golovkin all this money, right? And with that said, so you think why would they possibly, you know, allow him to go ahead and face Demetrius BOOBOO Andrade? You know, they gave Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez all this money in hopes of staging a trilogy, a big showdown, finally get a true conclusion to this on their platform on the Zone, right? So, you know, it's not going to happen. Canelo Alvarez is not going to choose Demetrius Andrade, and if everything doesn't work out, Jaime Munguia will be the break in case of emergency. That's the point blank and period. He's the backup plan. Jaime Munguia is the backup plan because he's Mexican and in a cell, right? Because it's Mexican Independence Day weekend. But, you know, Demetrius Andrade is all a negotiation tactic. It's all part of the plan to be able to have leverage over Gennady Golovkin to say, listen, we have options. That's just the bottom line. You're not going to see Canelo Alvarez, Demetrius Andrade, so don't get your hopes up high. It's not going to happen. He's going to choose Gennady Golovkin, point blank and period. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. SAUL Canelo Alvarez will be choosing Gennady Golovkin. Jaime Munguia will be the backup plan in case Golovkin plan fall through. And Demetrius BOOBOO Andrade is all a ploy for negotiation leverage with Gennady Golovkin, point blank and period. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
The Blue Blood Sport TV, baby, from the